Hello friend, welcome back. In a previous video, I already discussed about that things with you, how can update your localhost PHP version. So that was actually 5.4. Right now, I just updated that PHP versions and now that is PHP version 7.0.3.3. And in this video, I will show you how can install that Laravel in your localhost. And I just want to install that Laravel with using the composer. So for doing this, first of all, here you have to go to the getcomposer.org and then there's option for the download. So now click on here and into the download here you can see they have some of the command line for installing that Laravel with using the composer. So before install it, I just want to go our C drive, that means the local host, there is a XAMPP, and when you install that XAMPP, then they have another folder as a htdocs, and htdocs is the main root directory of your local host. So whatever the project you want to create, then you can create that things from to this position. In the web applications, they have another folder as a public HTML, and in the local host, that is actually the htdoc is the main root directory. Okay, so right now, first of all, here I just want to create one of the folder for our project. Like I just added as a pro. Okay, project or pro. Right now, I just select as a pro, and now into this position, I just want to open it, and here I just want to install that Laravel. Okay, for doing this, first of all, here I just want to add the CMD. Okay, CMD. And now here you can see it's automatically redirected to this path. There is a XAMPP, there is a htdocs, and into the htdocs I created one of the folder as a pro. And into this pro folder, I just want to install that composer first of all. So here I just go to the get composer, and here there is a file. So I just copy that all command line. Okay, so here I just copy it, and in our command line into this position, I just paste that things on particular this area. Then it should be creating some of the file, like here you can see that is actually creating one of the composer setup.php. So now that is actually the downloading. So make that sure you are connected with the internet, because you will be download some of the file from the internet. So it may take little time, so you have to wait for it. So now here our composer is now installed. You can see there is a composer.far, and they have another file as a composer and setup.php. So they have also another option for the unlinks for this one. So I just want to unlink this setup file. So here I just click on the enter, and then it should be gone from to this area. You can see it's now gone from here. And now here I just want to install that Laravel. So if you go to the Laravel official website, like there is actually documentation, and here there is installation, all that process. Okay, so here if you want to install it via the composer, like here you can see there is a via the composer for the create project. So right now I just want to create one of the project. So here I just copy it. Okay, so that is actually the command line. So I just copy it, and into this positions, that means in our pro folder, here I just paste that things on particular this position. And here I have to do like here into this area, that is actually the composer. So I already installed that composer as a composer.far. So here I just define the name. Okay, composer.far, and also here there is actually our project name. So whatever the you want, you can create that project name on particular this area. By default that was actually the blog. So right now here I just want to name it. Okay, I just name it as a news, because I will create one of the complete online news portals. For the reasons I just create that project name as a news. Okay, and here I just define the composer.far, and before that you have to also define the PHP. So here I just define the PHP. Okay, PHP, and then the composer.far, and then the create project, and the perfect, and then the Laravel, and then actually that is up to our project name. So he will create one of the folder as a news on particular this position, that means in our pro folder. So right now I just click on the enter. So as I told you, make that sure you are connected with the internet, because you should be download some of the file from the internet, and it may take little time, so you have to wait for it. So when it should be done, then I will come back again. Now you can see it's now downloading some of the file, and also create one of the folder as a news. Okay, so it's still now downloading a lot of the file on particular this folder, so you have to wait for it. So when it should be done, then I will come back again. So our Laravel installation is now complete, and when it should be the complete, then it's all automatically redirected to the our main path area. Like there is htdocs, and there is our folder name as a pro. Okay, that means it's now successfully installed. And now that is actually the folder. Now if you open the folder, now you can see automatically he download all that file, that all the necessary file for this Laravel. By default, all that Laravel file now installed on particular this folder. So now if you want to access this, like there is our pro folder, and into the pro I just created another folder as a news. So now let's check this out. I just click on the local host. So now there is actually the local host, and into the local host here I just create one of the folder as a pro, and then I created another folder as a news, and now I just click on the enter, and now you can see that is all that file is now visible on here. So by default that is actually the one of the folder as a public. So if you click on the public, now you can see our Laravel is successfully installed. So that is actually the by default page of the Laravel. So if you want to, like here there is actually the our URL. So I just want to do one of the work for this one. Like here I just go to this position, and here there is a server.php. First of all, here I just copy it. Okay, I just copy and paste that things on here, and I just make that rename on to this area as index.php. And now I just want to do, like here there is actually the public, and here there is a stxs. So here I just copy that stxs and into these positions, like in our main root directory here. Okay, here I just paste it. And now if you go to your link, like here before I just have to actually access that public, now I just remove that public. And now if you want to access that directly to that news, now you can see it's not showing all that file. Now it's redirected to directly our Laravel default page. I hope you can well understand about it. And now we successfully installed our Laravel, and also I want to work with the sublink text editor. So whatever the editor you actually may choose, but here I am using that sublink text editor. It's also free. You can download that things from the Google. It's very much interactive, one of the editor. Okay, so first of all here I just want to create new window. So right now I just want to add all that our file. Like there is actually news. So if you go to the pro, so that is actually the folder, and here I just want to add that. Okay, so here I just drag and drop, I just add that things on here. And now you see now actually I can access that app. So there is the app into the console area, there is a stxs, and into the stxs there is actually the controller. So how you can create the controller, I will show you that things with a live example. All the file will be very much interactive because I will create one of the complete project, and there is actually the configure all the database. If you want to connect it with the database, then it should be needed. Okay, so that is actually the configured, and then the public, and into the public there is all the css and the jss file, and also there is one of the another file as a routes, and into the routes how can actually working with the routes, I will show you that things with the live example. And also there is the resources, and into the resources there is actually the view all that file. So this actually view file is now visible on particular this area. So one of the things you have to remember, so that is the MVC pattern framework. So MVC means that model view controller. So you can control your model view with the controller. Like if you go to the app, there is the HTTP, there is actually the controller. So with the controller you can control the model and the view all that file. And when you're working with the database, then model will be needed, and the view file is means the display file. That means all the display, that is actually the one of the view file. Okay, so how the things exactly work step by step, each and everything, I think it should be very much clear to you. So in our next video I will start a new session. It's about the controller and the view in action. So into this session I will cover how can create the controller, how can route it, and how can display your all the view page. Step by step I will cover each and everything with live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.